Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Dead Radio. Yeah, I forgot I was actually supposed to be looking at that camera. With your main man Bang is dead, and today, we always have a special guest, but today we've got an extra special guest. He goes by the name of Marumo. What's good, Doug?
All good, bro.
I forgot, we actually didn't brief you, so that camera's for you,
Yeah.
that camera's for me, and that camera, you can look at that if you want. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know where to even start, man. So, normally what I normally do is let people introduce themselves, because I don't like introducing people, because I want to know what you think of yourself, who you think you are, or who you are, you understand?
Yeah.
So, who's Marumo?
Well, Dave's a guy from the VAR.
Word.
Yeah, I'm from the VAR, like born there. And what I do is I'm a content creator.
Okay.
And I grew up skateboarding.
Right.
Yeah, so you can see like I'm a camera guy and a guy that rides a skateboard.
Okay, so basically you're a skateboard camera guy.
Yeah. I'm a skateboard camera guy.
So you're a skateboard camera guy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So where are you from? What's your background like?
Yeah.
And then I'll just take it from there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm from a township called Shelville.
Right.
Yeah, which has like a lot of history. So like I grew up there, then I started skating there. So like luckily, when I started skating, they started building like roads.
Right.
Yeah, back in 2003, 4.
Right.
That's how like I started skating. And like until this time, like I've been riding a board.
Right.
So like getting into content creation, that's because of riding a skateboard.
Right.
Yeah, I've met all the guys, like through skating. Like all my homies back in the hood.
Right.
So we started shooting like skate videos with a small camera.
Right. Was it just like a passion? Like not necessarily passion, but did you guys wanna like why were you recording? Did you guys just think it's cool to record while skating?
Because like skateboarding looks beautiful.
Right.
Like doing a trick, just like an ollie, like getting on like something.
Right.
That looks beautiful.
Right.
And like documenting it and putting music in the background.
Right.
And having all of you guys in the video, like it makes it look like it is a project, but at the end of the day, like you have something that's there, like yo, we did this, and it was like a group effort.
Right.
And there's like a final product that people will see at the end of the day, And yeah, that's how I began, like starting shooting like documentaries, because like now, the first one was strictly like skateboarding,
Right.
Like in Sharpeville, in Cebu King, Vanderbilt Park,
Right.
yeah, the skate park. And the second one, that's where we're like, okay, cool, let's put in, like some rappers.
Or just to add some more vibe.
Or guys that design clothes,
So it's basically like low-key like dead radio, because like how we started, how it started, I thought my friends were dope. I still think my friends are dope. So I was like, yo, half the shit we talk about is just so fucking funny that, dude, we have to record this. You know what I mean? So that's how it started. So it started like literally 5 years ago, we're sitting down in front of a camera, and all we're doing is drinking Red Bull and dead water and just like talking shit. Like that's literally
water, like
like that's literally how it started. Like talking shit. Next thing was like, okay, it would be cool to have an artist song during the show. Then you added artist song during the show. Then it's like, it'd be cool if I would talk to people about what they do. Then it's a build up. So the same thing happened with you guys. Okay, so fine, you're a skateboarder, you're recording. So now, obviously, you've taken it to the next level in terms of recording and being a skater, because most people don't actually know you're a skater. And most people really think you're a videographer, you know what I mean? Like most people think like that's your thing, full stop. I was even quite surprised to see you busting some styles. But it was a while back. I think I started seeing like a year back, like on a skateboard. I was like, what? This nigga skates too? So how did you take it from being a skater to now being known as a videographer? Because you know sometimes the first thing people know you as or see you as is what they know you as.
Jeez, that's I have to think of that one because I wanted to do graphic design at school. Then I went to a college for like 2 years.
Right.
I did graphic designing, but like I just wanted to shoot.
Right.
Like to shoot more stuff. Because after shooting like rappers, like designers, other crump dancers and shit, I was like, nah, man, I really like this more than sitting down and doing logos.
So you did the shooting before you actually went to school for graphic design?
Yeah. Then after college, I was like, nah, man, let me just get myself a proper camera. So like, I didn't go to school after that. So like, after finishing college, like, I just sat home. Then, like, I was broke. I didn't have anything, just my camera. So like, I just started with weddings, like shooting weddings and the formal stuff where bomokete,
So were they paying you for it, or did you go propose like, yo, I think I can shoot this for you guys.
Peanuts.
I think this is how this thing can come out. Because obviously back then, I'm sure like back then when you're doing this, people didn't believe in putting money in recording a wedding.
And like weddings, people would negotiate like, we don't have this much money, like, yeah, we paid a lot to do a lot of things for our wedding, so we can give you this much. Alright, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a job. I was like,
and you need the coins.
Yeah, but I still skated like hard. Like I skated hard. So getting the cash from the weddings, that's where I'll get like shoes and skateboards,
Right.
So
so you took the videography to fund like your passion.
Yeah. So I used to walk to school, to college, like for 2 years, just walk. Then save money. Then my skating just like progressed. Then I started entering like skate competitions. There was this other one, Red Bull Mania.
Right.
Yeah, it was like international, like they're going to choose one guy every country.
Right.
So like I entered the South African one. So I came like third, like in the country. So I was like third in the country.
And that's like your first competition?
My first big one.
Oh,
because all competitions were in the VAR. That's where I made DJ Speedster before, like the
everything
DJ
else.
thing. Yeah, that's where.
So you guys have known each other for good, like for long.
Yeah,
like before this whole Jovic shit.
Yeah, before he was even a DJ, like wearing glasses and stuff,
Crazy.
And he was so good with the skating. That's where like he left the VAR. Then we asked ourselves, yo, where's Speedy? Then years later he's on TV. So that's where I met like a lot of guys in the VAR. But with the skating thing, then I got third. But I always loved Red Bull, Then after that, okay.
Right, it's okay.
I met this guy, Pico. So like, I met him before the skate competitions. He was into sneakers. So like he did like a sneaker event in the Val.
Right.
Yeah, but like after that competition, like I found out that, like he works for Red Bull. So then he gave me stock, like just to skate. But at the same time, I was looking for sponsors.
Right.
Then I got like a wheel sponsor. Then I got sponsored by a brand called Tubob from Cape Town.
Bro, so basically you are a skateboarder before you're a videographer, full stop.
So
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Then I started skating a lot, shooting with me and my homies. Like they shot me now, doing tricks.
Right.
Then Tubob gave me stuff, and I posted. That was when like Facebook got like popular.
Right.
And with the Red Bull stuff, like I started shooting, so like I knew more people in Red Bull, so they were like, nah man, come shoot our stuff, then we'll give you stock. So like I started shooting Red Bull for free, so they gave me just stock. But I was just shooting the university stuff. University events. Then I got my first gig at Red Bull, which was the X Fighters.
Right.
With the motorbikes.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
the one that happened at the Union building, right?
Yeah. then I started skating like a lot, trying to get more sponsors, trying to build a career out of skateboarding in South Africa. But it's really tough, in South Africa, to have a career in skateboarding. Then people, like he had friends, like in Brown, like
the whole thing. Yeah.
Then it was like, okay, cool. I have friends of mine that I want you to shoot, so like just come shoot like the behind the scenes, so like the first behind the scenes was Ricky na Fugwa.
Right.
So that's how
Is that the first behind the scenes you shot?
Yeah, for Boys and Bikes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I started shooting for Boys and Bikes with Ricky and Fugwa. Then after that, I started shooting for Red Bull more, Then I started posting stuff with Tuvab, Red Bull. Then
shit just started happening, obviously.
Yeah. Then we did the lookbook, the Boys and Bikes lookbook.
You guys shot that?
Yeah, but I was still like behind the scenes, like growing.
Yeah. But you're still part of that project? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can say that.
You were still there helping. Dude, even if you were giving Red Bull to guys, you're still part of the project. No, that's crazy. So it really just came up like that. So it really just went from basically skateboarding. It went from skateboarding to you shooting, and from you shooting to skateboarding. Because most people knew you for skateboarding, but they knew that you could shoot. But because you can shoot and you've done all these good things. Okay, so in a nutshell, how can I explain it? You shot for Red Bull. Red Bull still knew you were a skater because they started to give you products. So that's the first thing that opened the doors.
They knew that I was a skater after the Mania contest.
Right, because you won. I mean, not won your third place, but still, like, out of everybody in South Africa, you technically won it. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Crazy. So, just like a build-up, so they saw the skating, and they say, okay, this guy's also still coming with the skills of shooting. So if it's not a skating gig, let's give this guy a shooting gig.
Yeah, and I loved Red Bull, like I would like just...
Shout out to Red Bull, man.
Then after that racing ad, then Smiso, hit me up. He was like, and I actually...
Around what time is this, like, years-wise?
Years, jeez. When was the Boys and Bikes lookbook?
Boys and Bikes lookbook was probably like 2013, 2014.
Yeah. And actually, I remember the conversation. He was changing, like the jerseys. Like I have a video that I want you to shoot, like it's just one shot, bro. Like we're gonna shoot it, like in Soweto, it's cool, 100K my cassette, I was like, okay, cool, wait, nah, just this week. And I'm like, alright, cool. Then I spoke to people, it was like, nah, let's do it. Then...
Why did you speak to people? I'm just asking, just curious.
Yeah, because like honestly, he was like my mentor.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just asked him for like advice, like, yo, this is what's happening?
Yeah, because I knew him from the VAR, and I feel he was like my YouTube channel.
Right.
Because like now you go to YouTube and like look for tutorials and stuff, go on High Beast or High Snob, and how to see how things go. So like he would just give you advice, but he won't order you. He'll give you advice.
Right.
Then I'll take that advice and I'll be like, okay, cool. But like with me also, like I kept it consistent.
Right.
Not just to, like focus on this, like I still had like my skating to do.
Right.
And like my other stuff, like that I was
shooting.
Like passion projects.
Right.
Alright, cool. Then I went, we went to Soweto. Then we shot the 100K cassette, and that's where I met the Ruhangras Taba.
Who's that?
Lebu, he's a director. Lebu.
Yeah.
That's where I met Lebu. So like he directed it, and I was just shooting. Like it's a basic video, 100K cassette, but I think it made like a whole lot of impact. Then,
'Cause
after 100K.
I'm sure shit started popping after that. Cause that was like probably like your first biggest video? Yeah.
So I think after a year, then I started going with boys and bikes to Polokwane and stuff, taking pics. Then, like I started going on YouTube, like High Beast, High Snob.
Doing research?
Yeah, Complex. Yeah, doing research. And I checked like, no man, like these artists, why do they have so many pictures like of themselves? I mean, like, who takes the content, And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I'm like, look, like I really look up to Maroons, and I'm like, nah, man, let me just, like ask him, if I can just go, like on a few gigs with him,
Just take some pictures.
Yeah. Then I asked him, then you took time, like he has to think about it. Yeah, I think it took like 2 weeks to reply me. Then he was like, alright, cool, let's do it. Then, uh, then our first trip was Newcastle. But it was like a guitar, It was dope, but it was like, yeah, like my first time in Newcastle, like, like you see all these different people and you're shooting. Then it was Durban.
Then just more just followed.
Yeah, because, I think I understand him, like his personality.
Right.
So like shooting him this kind of way, like he loved it,
Right.
Then I kept it consistent. Then, like he started like taking me to all these trips. So it was like him, me, Slice, and Benzo. So it was like 4 of us. So for the whole year we were on tour, just shooting. And like, I didn't like just shooting the shows.
Right.
Yeah, just like shooting him, like maybe like chilling, so like we'd go to the barber, like he'd go cut his hair, then I would shoot it. And it made more impact,
Right,
and
the shows.
then he'll tell me, nah man, this other guy just inboxed me. He was like, no man, he wants to go to that barber that we were at. So like, it made like a whole lot of impact.
So when you like shooting, like, so clearly at some point you were literally like shooting all these content.
Yeah, for like 2 years.
What?
So we drop content every like 4 times a week. We'll drop content. If it's not pictures, it's videos.
If it's not videos, it's pictures.
Yeah, like
that's crazy. So
we drop
wait.
everything.
I need to recap on this. So you went from skating, right? You win a Red Bull, well, you come out third in the Red Bull competition.
Yeah.
Then obviously Red Bull low-key start working with Red Bull, or rather Pico. Then Pico obviously works for Red Bull. And then Pico knows Boys on Park's Bruce. And it's like, yo, dog, this is what's happening. Come shoot the behind the scenes to the Nafuka music video. And then you do the Nafuka music video, and that's where you basically obviously meet all the other Boys on Park's homies. Sure.
Everyone, MK,
Sure.
everyone, Scoop.
But before I even go further, out of everybody, why Malooms? Is Malooms the first guy that reached out, or you just caught something that maybe, or did you guys, was the energy there? Because it's like, dog, there's a lot of cats there, you know what I mean?
Malum just looks like a skater, bro. Like the drip, like his personality, like the skater vibes, like yo.
You're actually right, very relaxed. Actually.
Like the tracksuits, and the dances are crazy.
Right.
The lines.
So he was the first person you kind of gravitated towards, in terms of like, maybe this is the easiest person I could work with.
Nah, even before that, like we were at like Opi Kopi, and like people would be like, nah man, Maloons is here, just follow Maloons at Opi, and I would follow him. So like,
so it just came naturally.
Yeah, like that flow of natural. Like following him.
So now to think of, yo, this is the guy, he's been taking pictures of me, following me. So next thing you guys, because I know it's a relaxed bro, so I guess you guys started talking.
After making research, I was like, nah man, you know what? Yeah, let me just propose this,
Right.
Yeah,
So 2 years.
For 2 years
cool.
on the road though.
Then after you guys shoot, obviously I'm sure you've done much more things out of after the 2 years that you guys have shot.
Yeah, we shot
the
B.
contact. I saw that music video too.
Yeah, we shot Drips, CP Squad.
So now, what's like, obviously, I wouldn't say you don't work with him, but you're obviously doing like other passion projects and other things. But I see like you're way more focused on skating now.
No, no.
Yeah, I see like you're almost like a skater guy for real, for real.
Yeah.
So is that like the direction you're trying to take now? Trying to take skating more serious?
Yeah, because I feel like that was my first love, and I've knew a lot of people, like through skating.
Right.
So like it made things easier. Even like the clients that I have now,
Right.
like they dig the fact that I have like that skater personality.
Right.
Because, bro, like I would chill like in the hood in Cape Town, like with the youngster and the guys, like everything would be chill.
Right.
Yeah, no bad vibes, no, they won't be like, nah, these are agency guys, they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Nah, everything is fine, because there's that fear, like of a skater, So.
What is that thing about skate? I don't know. I'm not a skater. Are skaters just relaxed, bruise? I know skaters are relaxed, bruise, because they don't cause any trouble. Besides skating where they don't have to skate or where they're not wanting to skate. But you don't see skaters like jacking shit. I mean, obviously there's those guys, but it's like it's not in the culture.
I think it's just the movies. Yeah, our skaters are chill, bro, and the discipline.
Right.
Yeah, because before we break our legs, but we still come back,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Have you broken anything?
Yeah. Well, I have two torn ACLs.
What's that?
It's a ligament, it's a ligament that
They
holds
torn?
the knee. Yeah, so I went to operation for this one, and this one, like it's weird, but and I have like a sprained ankle. Well,
Okay.
it wakes up and goes. Then I just like hurt my other ankle just 2 days ago.
What?
Then it's painful. So right now it's like a bit challenging because you don't want to get injured.
Right.
Because you're thinking of I have to go shoot.
Right.
I have to go work. But I just like I go in, man, just to get that clip,
So, like, what happens? Is there a thrill to being a skater, like when you land the trick? Because clearly there has to be. If you're breaking a ligament, if you're breaking a leg, and you come back, there has to be a reason you're coming back.
It's happiness, dog. It's happiness. So after you land, I mean, like you've been trying to think for so many hours.
Right.
Just like doing a logo or editing a video. So
Right.
when it's there, you done.
Right. And you're like, wow. Okay.
With skating, it's like jumping down like a lot of stairs or just landing like a trick here. I mean, like you tried for how many weeks, like to get it, and when you get it, you're like,
damn.
Yeah, bro.
Word.
Like, it's
crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so what are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm still working with, Yawa. It's a pop-up store. Yeah, Black Coffee.
Right. I saw you shooting the content, what's this, online content?
Yeah, with Off-White.
Yeah.
Preston. And hey, there's a lot of things right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Busy guy, eh?
Nah, like you have to think like, because not having a team, just me and my homie, like just like two of us, like there's no manager, there's no guy with the books, like it's just
Right.
so you just have to go sit down and be like, okay, cool. Yeah, just notes. So it gets crazy not having a team.
Right. Would you want to have a team? Have you tried?
Of course. We try right now, just looking for the young guys.
Really? You should try to like talk to these people, but at the same time, I think you're such a hands-on guy. But at the same time, even sometimes I want to like a team, but it's just like putting your life in someone else's responsibility is just like such a big catch because
and turn around time.
Yo,
you have to
dog.
depend on that person. You have to tell them,
Yo,
please be done.
Please be done. Please send this invoice at this time, dog.
So you have to be hands-on.
So how did Yawa reach out to you? I'm just curious. How do people reach out to you? DM, email?
Well, like with some clients, it's from old people, and like when I'm saying like,
so it's referrals, crazy.
Yeah, your personality of the skating, because that person, like he knew me from skate. He was like, yo, I want you to be in this thing because you were skater, you know these things. That's how I got the Yahoo job because, like brands like Heron Preston and Off-White,
Right.
like they're from a skating background. So
Right.
that person knows, okay, cool, like he has the vision to document these things.
Right.
Yeah, so most of the stuff is from, like the skating, even clients from sports scene,
Right.
archive,
Right.
like they know that I'm a skater, so like I can document these things.
Properly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't really like questions, right? But there's something I really need to know and something I just want to touch on because we obviously know that social media really touches on, they always touch on the great parts or the lovely parts about people's lives or
Yeah.
like you working with this guy, you shooting this, but like what I wouldn't necessarily say challenges, but like what kind of things did you had to like overcome in order to be like the day Marumo that we see today? Like, cool, you said that like you used to work from school like just to save money to like buy some gear and some like
for balls, bearings, wheels and stuff.
you know what I'm saying? So like from you going to a skater to buying a camera, I mean we all know cameras are expensive and I've worked with you before with that. This is actually it's a coincidence. I didn't do this on purpose.
Yeah, we worked together on
we worked together on this because you actually shot the lookbook.
Yeah.
So, and the camera obviously is fucking clean. So like the question is like, how did you make the money from being a skater, from just only needing money to buy skating shoes and a board to buying a camera, then 2 cameras and 3 cameras, then grids and all these equipment? Like, what did you have to do to get all that equipment? Like, what's maybe for someone watching this or someone listening to this, what's the trick? Because you know there's a trick to money. Like, 'cause you can get money and just like blow it now, but like, what's the trick? How do you go from riding a skateboard to owning cameras and shooting content at that level?
At that level.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cause before my first camera was Canon 600D. Yeah, it was Canon 600D, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, because I was saving like a lot of like cash, like going to school, so like I kept it consistent, man, like
Right.
shooting the weddings. And how much is that cam? That time was 5K. I don't remember how much was a Canon that day, but like it was a basic one with like a lens.
Right.
Yeah, so getting like work from Red Bull and stuff.
Right.
That's how like I started getting like my first lens.
Right.
So my first lens that I used for so long was like 50 mil.
Right.
A small one.
How long did you use it for?
2, 3, 2, 3, yeah, 2 or 3 years.
Crazy.
And it was a used one. So like I got it from like Vero Buy.
Right.
Yeah, so like most of the equipment that I used that time was used.
Right.
Yeah, like second hand, but like like it still works.
Right. So what you basically just did is never spent your money. Well, that's kind of impossible, but you took a huge chunk of your money and put it back into your pocket in order to afford a camera.
Yeah, and the most challenging thing was transportation.
Right.
Yeah, your transportation, because I live in the Val, so
Right.
you have to take like 2 taxis to come see Maloons or go to a skate park
Right.
in like Festival Mall, Boogaloo's, like
Right.
yeah, it was challenging. So like the most challenging thing that time was like transportation. Yes.
So it wasn't even the cameras or getting the product. It's just like literally getting from point A to point B.
The camera's there. Like if you have the camera, like the basic one, to get the content, like to be there. Hey dog, it's a challenge. So like I had a few homies that had like cars
Right.
on their equipment. So like I would ask them like, yo bro, can you please like take me to this gig? Like
Right.
nah, like I'll get you inside. It's fine. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
they'll be like, alright, cool. So yeah, for a long time, like it was transport.
Yeah.
Because I live in the Vaal.
So it wasn't even like anything cameras, literally just transport.
Yeah, because the 50 mil was like my safe zone with the lens, because even in dark situations, like it could work nicely. So
Crazy.
like, I didn't have to get like a big lens, only a 50 mil, but
So when did you decide to take it to the next level? And it's like, nah, I need to get a better camera. Like, what was that point where you're like, nah, dog?
or music videos, because like now you don't want to rent out a lot,
Right.
yeah, because you have to rent out. So with the Glee video,
Yeah.
that was like the last time we rented out equipment.
Right.
Yeah. Then with the other stuff, that's where I'm like, nah, man, let me just invest, So like, I wasn't just into videos, like I wanted to take pictures also.
Right.
So I invested in a flash.
Right.
Yeah. And also it was like used. So like most of the time, like I would buy like used stuff.
Right.
But I know like I'm gonna get like into in chavo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Damn, that's crazy. So you always invested now with the view that next time I'm gonna do better. That's really dope. Okay, cool. No, that's delicious. Okay. So now, shoot from my room, shoot a music video. At what point did you at what point did someone reach out to you and you're like, okay, nah, things are really moving now. Now I can really focus on this videography thing.
Because after, you remember Global Citizen? Yeah, and we were there for like the whole week. No, the whole weekend.
Right.
So then we had to shoot like a small Black Coffee documentary.
Right.
So like Black Coffee is cool with Asha and Pharrell.
Right.
So that weekend, like Black Coffee was in studio with Pharrell.
Crazy.
So like we got in there, we shot that clip.
Right.
So like after like dropping that video with Black Coffee and Pharrell in the studio, like the content, like everything just changed. Everything just changed. Yeah, it just changed. It changed after, I don't know, like 3 months, because people have to, like upload.
Yeah, people take way too long to catch on to stuff this side. Yeah.
Yeah, then after that, like just
Just things just.
Yeah, but like I don't lose my focus on skating.
Right.
Yeah, like I found like a gap, like to skate, because I still want to skate.
Right.
Because like I feel, I don't want my body to feel normal,
What do you mean? Like you want to keep getting hurt?
Yeah, I should feel something, like, like.
I was doing something yesterday.
Yeah, like even this interview, like my ankles a bit, you have to feel that, like, I skated,
Oh,
yeah, so it makes me feel alive,
it's
like
crazy.
not feeling pain, like I don't rush out feel.
It's not true.
Yeah, you have to feel something, you have to
I
feel
hear
something.
you.
Yeah. So yeah, dog, like
That's so crazy.
Yeah, after that weekend, just
Things just changed.
Yeah.
What's okay? I know I've already probably asked this, but what's like your next biggest project that you're currently on right now?
It's my skate project.
What's your skate project?
Well, I wanna travel like to 3 places, of course.
Okay.
Durban, Cape Town.
Joburg.
Yeah, Joburg. Just
Yeah.
to drop like my solo project of me skating, but like a serious one,
Right.
Because I feel like as a skater, you have to drop a part. It feels like we're an artist, you have to drop an album
Right.
or an EP. So like as a skater, I feel like I should drop like a 4 minute part
Right.
of me like skating like seriously. So like posting on Instagram and stuff just to build a hype, like yo, this guy's a skater and like he does this, but
Right.
yeah, I really want to drop that serious one, and like I'm getting support. Shout out to Hayden from Puma.
Right.
Yeah, it gives me stuff to skate in, and just like the interviews on like the last interview was your TV.
Right.
Like he
I
gave me
saw
like
that.
gear, like to wear. So like yeah, shout out Puma.
Shout out.
Yeah, for the gear. Yeah.
That's dope. That's crazy. So your next gig is not even, it has nothing to do with anyone else but yourself.
Yeah, it's skating. Yeah.
That's dope. So you basically, you'll want to be a skater. In a nutshell, if you could, like, if someone had to email you right now and be like, yo, leave everything you're doing right now. Leave everything you're doing right now and come be a skater. You're leaving everything.
Nah, I just like shooting now, dog. Hey, I just love shooting now.
So you cut it between the two, there. But your first love is your first love.
Yeah,
like, you
like
know.
skating, bro. Yeah, it's skating. You know, like even like I'm even going to gym now. You know, like just because I want to skate better.
Right.
Yeah, because you're getting old, dog.
Yeah,
you know?
you need
So
to
I
keep
don't
fit.
want like somebody to say, "Oh, he's getting old," and fit. Like, nah, yo, you can still pop all that thing. You know?
Yeah, relax,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, because you know, like it's skateboarding. Like, yeah, kids just talk. They just talk.
Of course, that's the whole game.
Yeah,
It's like
they just
rappers,
talk.
dog.
Yeah,
like,
just
it's
just
like rappers saying they shouldn't be beef. I mean, rap is beef, dude.
Ish.
Like, it is. There has to be beef in rap.
Yeah, the
it's
first
just how it
album was
goes.
better than that one.
Exactly. Oh, this guy's better than that guy. Dude, there has to be beef. That's just how rapping is. Yeah, that's like so skaters. I'm sure they talk to you. Look at this old guy. He can't even.
Nah, he's like, he was better like 3 years ago. Now, so yeah, like just like staying consistent.
Right.
You know, like skating helps with that discipline, like keeping consistency.
Right.
That's how I do with shooting. You know,
Right.
I take that skating thing into shooting.
Right.
You know, so like that's how, you know, like I get work. You know, like I create it.
Right.
You know,
Because you're just consistent.
Yeah, because like when you create a trick in skateboarding, like you're gonna land, you're gonna film it. So like even with like content, you know, if you wanna work for maybe a brand,
right,
you're gonna shoot like something, you know, like related to it,
right,
and like it's gonna click to them. Nah, man, why didn't we think about this, you know? And then they'll call you know, like so that's why, you know, like I keep shooting like a whole lot of stuff, you know, on social media, because that's how, you know, like people, you know, like in brands get ideas,
right,
then they hit you up.
Because there's no one else that can really do it, because you're a skater and a recorder, so
yeah,
that's really actually cool. So you have like an X factor. The X factor is literally, because I don't know many people that do what you do, like that are that shoot and skate. So because if you shoot and you skate, that means you can basically record skaters.
Yeah,
because skaters need people that can skate, because they moving. If you can't skate, you can't record you can't record a skater, right?
Yeah, because you have to be on a skateboard.
100%.
Yeah, like and follow the guy, and you know, like you do content, so you are going to know the angles also.
Right.
So it's crazy, like knowing the angles, and you can ride a skateboard. Like
right.
that's some that's some other level of filming.
Right. Okay. So now I see. Obviously, this is like probably like months ago, when you shot some other fucking crazy shot of lockdown.
Yeah.
When you basically drove into Joburg.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's illegal to actually talk about. Nah, it's not. It's too late. I don't even catch this.
It's too late. It's too late. Yeah,
too late.
yeah.
But when you actually drove all the way to Joburg and you basically recorded Joburg in its most purest and quietest form ever. So now that shot, I saw a lot of people caught onto it. I wouldn't necessarily say brands, but a lot of like, I think it was the Joburg municipality caught onto that video because they reposted it. What made you take that shot? Because I mean, a lot of people are locked down, dude. I'm staying at home. I'm not going out. Coronavirus, you know what I mean? Like,
well, basically, yeah, I just wanted to keep myself busy.
Right.
But yeah, besides that, you know, like no one has like ever seen Joe like that.
Bro.
I don't know in how long, but I don't think nobody has ever seen Joe like that.
So now that footage is sitting on gold, because one day.
Yeah, I still have it, maybe, bro.
So at some point you can literally take that footage and use it as a project, because no one else has footage like that. I don't think anyone is ever gonna drop any footage like that.
And we had to wake up at 4 just to dodge the
Jealous boys.
Yeah, like the roadblock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would pick up my homie like, yeah, let's get this. If they catch us, just catch us. About talk about And we're so lucky the second time because there's 2 parts.
Right.
Yeah, the part 2, because the part 1 was, you know, like basic, like okay, cool, like steady shots, doom,
right,
doom, doom. But the part 2, I just wanted to make it look
yeah,
like my
was
personality.
Crazy. Yeah, because we even had the young drone shots.
Yeah, and you know, like you know, the animation yana and some After Effects.
Right.
So the part 2 was like me, and like the first part was like a basic, you know, like show people that Joburg is empty.
Right.
Yeah, but part 2 was a bit risky.
Why?
Yeah, part 2. Yo, Mandela Bridge, and the drone almost hit like this building. Yeah, your part 2 was, but we're going in with part 2 because we wake up like super early, and we left Joburg around 11, 12.
That's crazy. Yeah. So now tell me something.
Like doing level 5. Yo,
I see you fly drones now. Well, I don't know how long you've been flying a drone.
Well, I fly it on and off.
Right.
You know?
Why? If you don't mind me asking.
Because you gotta get like establishing shots, but like high level.
Right.
You know, like establishing shots, you know, like create a story in every single content.
Right.
You can't just start with like a plant, like, doof,
right.
Like super close. You have to show like the whole plant, you know, like, so imagine shooting a film or like shooting a city. You have to show like the whole city, like
right.
where you at before you go in.
Right.
So like a drone is like shooting like the situation before you go in.
Right.
You know? And like right now, we just use the drone for like shooting, skating, or like we just play around with it. So even events, you have to shoot like an established shot of like how to show like how many people were there, you know. But like right now we're playing around,
right?
You know, like with like crazy content, like with skating.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine a drone and skating because no one really does that nowadays. I mean, dude, you have an advantage here because you can record skaters. But yeah, so what gets you up? Because I mean, for me, what gets me up in the morning is the fact that one day I'm not trying to think about waking up or not. Do you know what I mean? Like one day I just want to wake up because I want to. If I want to stay in bed the whole day, Joe, be staying in bed the whole day. So that's literally why I wake up in the morning, just so that I can have freedom. So like, what keeps you going? Like, what makes? Because dude, I thought I've told you this before. Like I really fuck with the fact that you're like you're like your own man, dad. Like your own man in the sense of, dude, I've never seen you at a party. I've never seen you anywhere out if you're not skating or with your camera. No, literally. No, literally. Like I've never seen you just relaxing with a drink in your hand. What's that about? Before I even go into the other one, because I even told you that, dude, the way you move is like, it's some crazy shit, because that's how it should be, though. That's really how it should be, because I really think like you really look at yourself, and that's at full stop. The only person that you're competing with is yourself at that point in time. It's like you're living in your own bubble. So I have my reasons why I would do that. I have my reasons why I do that. What are yours?
Because the only time I go out, like gigs and is only when I shoot. Well, I think, hey dog, like I love doing my research, man. So like I'd rather sit home, you know, like create ideas, like create work,
right?
Like because ideas you have to mix this and that,
right?
So like you can chill on YouTube for hours, but like you have to get that idea. So I feel, like I'm always, like indoors because, I just want to do more research. I just want to do like different content, like that, like South Africans, like kids,
right?
In South Africa will be like, no man, shit, this thing is done only in USA or like Europe. So I just want to do some research when, like when I'm free, and just like work with myself, like,
work on yourself,
just gym or like play with my soccer ball,
right?
Like,
that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So basically, you just lock yourself.
I just lock myself.
Up, but you lock yourself up to make yourself better.
Yeah.
Unless, so if you're not working, I'm locking myself in to make myself better.
And like, like with gigs, like also, because you're gonna drink, you're gonna have to go home, like driving, you're tired, and you're gonna have to wake up again, and like do your thing. So, yeah, I really don't want like going to a party affect my next morning. But even though I won't get drunk, but like you will be tired at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah. So
because you did something last night.
yeah. So I just want to wake up, like going to skate or like meeting my homie to go, like do some research, on something. Yeah.
Okay, before we wrap it up, but before okay, so not necessarily two questions. I've got two things to ask before we wrap it up, right? So what is your end goal? Like where do you, let's say, Marumo in 5, 15 years? I know it's a long time, but 5, 15 years, like, what do you want to be? Like what?
I want to be a CEO of my own skate company.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to have my own skate company.
What is it gonna do? Is it gonna just develop kids and they want to be skaters, or just manage kids that are skaters?
Well, I want to do like a brand for like to print skateboards.
Right.
And like do clothes.
Right.
Then I had this idea, which like I'm still working on it, to have like workshops.
Right.
To teach kids how to skate and how to shoot.
Right.
So like you need more help. You can't do it by yourself.
Right.
Who's gonna buy those like skateboards and those helmets for kids to like to use? So yeah, I just want to have this thing of like teaching kids how to skate, how to shoot, and have my own skate company.
Right.
At the end of the day. So I want to wake up knowing that I'm just going to skate, not to go shoot, but like there'll be someone more hungrier, like young to go shoot that thing.
Right.
Yeah. So I just want to skate like freely, like with not thinking, oh, I gotta finish that edit, or like, I don't want to get hurt because like I'm shooting tomorrow. Yeah, I just want to wake up knowing that like I'm gonna do what I want.
And you can get hurt and wake up with in the hospital.
Yeah,
it's fine. That's
it's fine. Like
bad.
yeah.
So you basically just want the freedom of just doing what you want, how you want it.
Yeah, how I want
when
it.
you want it, forever, how long you want it.
Yeah, bro, and especially like more kids in the township, like they're getting into skating, so yeah, you gotta help them. Even like their parents now, like they're asking you, like, yeah, please teach my son how to skate, but like, yeah, you can't do it by yourself. You need like help, bro. So, so yeah, just pushing for that.
It's crazy, bro. That's a really big plan, man.
Yeah, just creating
it's really gonna happen.
impact for kids that want to shoot. Cause like now, when I get like inboxes, like it's not just like a photographer. It's like, yo, I wanna, please give me your old skateboard. Please give me shoes. Or yo, what camera do you use? Like it's different stuff now.
Right.
Because I feel people knew me as okay, Marumo as photographer.
100%.
Yeah, like wherever I like I went, nah, he cool cats photographer. So like now it's more broad.
Right.
Like it's cool cats photographer. No, he's a skater. No,
No,
like,
he's actually a videographer. Oh nah, he rolls with Speedy. Oh nah.
Oh yeah, even though with Speedy.
Right.
Yeah. So it's more
diverse. I would like swag. Okay, before we wrap it up, so for anyone watching this, what do you have to say to them to, not necessarily, I wouldn't say get to your level, because I always believe like people like us should always try create people that, or not necessarily create, but should always try plant a seed that's gonna plant a seed that's gonna create a bigger tree than the tree that we are already, right? So for anyone watching this, like, what do you have to say to them? Like, what should they do to get to your level or even bigger than your level?
I think consistency and research.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, just stay on YouTube and Google. Like, just if you have an idea, just like Google it, and then like you mix it up with like that content and this content, and you create something.
Right.
But do it more often. So that's like how I knew to use my camera.
Right.
You have to use it and use it and use it.
Right.
So yeah, just stay consistent, and then just stay on the internet, man.
Bad.
Yeah, just stay there.
I could say the same thing. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it, though.
Well, guys, thank you so much. This is another episode of Dead Radio. I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong camera, but not that any of you guys care anyway, but it's another episode of Dead Radio with the main man, Marumo.
For sure.
And yeah, that's it. It's a wrap. Thank you.
Great dash, for sure. Yeah, it was nice.
That was a nice one.
Sure. Yeah.
So you were around the time when I was around.
Dash, dog. Dash.
I'm bleeding, I know. I'm bleeding, I know.
Dash and Austin, dog, together like just but it really easy. I'm like, man, these guys are dope. Like,
You know, I think after the clip video, I was telling Austin.
even before.
No, I'm saying like when I was telling Austin, I was like,
Yeah.
do you think if we still take Marumo from all these guys, they're gonna fight us? And Austin's like, yo, dog, I don't want to get involved in brown politics.
Brown politics. And even Bram, like,
I don't even go there.
Yeah, bro, like we just go, like,
Meet up and then.
yeah, meet up.
There's nothing there, Bram, no more.
Bram,
Remember, I was supposed to meet up with me. And I was like, yo, let's meet up with Bram. I was like, dog, no one goes to Bram no more, dog. I said, shit.
Even sad, man. But I think we've grown now, though.
Because for us, it doesn't, because like for us, we don't even need Bram no more. Like we need Bram because, yo, they ain't Bram needs.
No, that makes sense.